So in this video, we're going to talk about how to write the equation of a parabola given 3 points. So let's start off with this example. So let's write the equation of the quadratic function that has a vertex at -3, 7 and passes through -4, 5 and -2, 5. So here you can see we've already identified the vertex, right? So remember, if we write the equation in vertex form, which is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k, the vertex is going to tell us the values of h and k. So from that -3, 7, we know that h is -3 and k is 7. So we can go ahead and plug that in. So we have y equals a times x minus -3 squared plus k, which is 7. Well, that minus negative, I'm going to go ahead and turn that into a plus. So I have y equals a times x plus 3 squared plus 7. Well, now what you can do is you can just pick one of these other points. It honestly doesn't matter which one you pick. Just pick a point. And so, for example, I'm going to pick -2, 5, and that's going to tell me my x and y values. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug those into my equation. So I have 5 equals a times -2 plus 3 squared plus 7. So now you can see here I have an equation with just one variable. My variable is a, so I can actually solve this equation now to figure out the value of a. So I'm going to simplify this. I have 5 equals a times -2 plus 3 is just 1. So I have 1 squared plus 7. So that's 5 equals a times 1 plus 7. Well, a times 1 is just a. So that's telling me that 5 equals a plus 7. I can solve this equation now by subtracting 7 from both sides. So that tells me that -2 equals a. If I plug everything back in, that means I have my equation in vertex form. So that's y equals -2 times x plus 3 squared plus 7. So given 3 points, you can also use a regression in order to write the equation of the quadratic function, okay? And this is what we saw in the previous unit. Remember, when we're writing in a regression, we're going to create a table. So I'm going to go ahead and create a table from these 3 points that I have. I have -2, 16, 2, 4, and 6, 8. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Desmos. Remember, create a table. And then I'm going to type in all these values. And then I'm going to do add regression. And remember, from the drop-down menu, choose quadratic. And then it gives me the equation of the quadratic function. Okay, so this quadratic function is going to be y equals 0.5 x squared minus 3x plus 8. So now you can go ahead and pause the video and try doing this example on your own. So here it says to write the equation of the quadratic function that's represented in this graph, and you can use whichever method you prefer. So personally, I think that regressions are the quickest way of doing this. So I like to just go ahead and take these points and create an XY table. And I'm going to use regressions in Desmos to go ahead and create this equation. So if I go ahead, I'm going to do this table, and then I'm going to type in all my values. And then I do add regression, and then from the drop-down menu, choose quadratic. And so now we have the equation of our quadratic function, right? That's going to be y equals x squared plus 3x minus 5. So given 3 points on a parabola, you can write the equation of the corresponding quadratic function. If you know one point is the vertex, you can solve algebraically using vertex form. You can also use regressions to write the equation.